So, guys, I finally got to play one of these Arcade1Ups, or two of them, I should say. I took a ride out of the city, about an hour, to a Walmart, and I saw these, and these were completely savaged. I mean, the ball on top of the joystick, they were both missing. I don't know if somebody took them or Walmart just didn't put them on, but I think somebody must have took them. The paint totally on both cabinets rubbed off. But I said, let me play it anyway. Now, the the game didn't play bad. It seemed responsive. It seemed responsive enough for this. I think that the cabinets are, I don't know, they're flimsy, flamsy. And I mean, I'm comparing it, I guess you shouldn't, I'm comparing it to like a real arcade machine. For $300, I mean, these were full price. They were $299, plus tax or whatever that is. It'd be probably about $330. I don't. I would buy one of these. I would buy one of these for $100. That's the truth. I mean, the joystick didn't feel bad. They felt, I don't know. They felt, the joystick is metal, but it's kind of, it has like a I don't want to say a plastic feel, but it is, I guess, what it is. Now, the fire button on the Galaga, it was okay. I didn't like it too much. I like the joystick feel better than the button feel. And maybe, like I said, these machines look like they were beat up. So it's possible that they're being played all day and, wear and tear. The joystick wasn't bad. When I was playing I like Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, but I like it when it's sped up. I like it, when it's speedy. I don't know if the joystick would be as responsive if this was a, Miss Pac-Man with a speed or a Pac-Man with a speed. I mean, it's responsive for what it is. The Pac-Man Plus is a little bit more, it's a little faster than the regular Pac-Man, and it held up well, but I like, the real fast Pac-Man. I'm not sure if the joystick would handle that or be responsive to that. It may. It was fun to play. It was a lot, it was fun to play. It really was. I mean, just the quality, I just don't know. If this was for $100, yeah, I get it. If it was $100, I buy it. To me, that's what it's worth. $100, 120. Once you get into that 125, 150, I'm kind of like, eh. But for $100, I would put $100 out for this, because if I had to repair the joystick or upgrade it or do anything like that, I wouldn't feel that bad about it. Now, they had another Galaga on the other side of the store, so they were really marketing these things. They had them pushed out. Those two machines were kind of when you're walking almost towards the electronic section. It was it was a little ways before the electronic section, and then this Galaga was right in the electronic section. You couldn't play this one though. You could push the button for whatever video was coming on, and I don't even think it was plugged in. They had a lot of them, and people were buying them, and there was people playing them, and they were having fun with them. I think that Arcade1Up, this company, they probably should have did a better job when they were putting these models out. There should have been some sort of protection on that control panel, because you don't want to buy that and you see that the paint's rubbing off, and that seems to be a frequent complaint of everyone that buys these, that the paint rubs off. When you have an arcade machine, one of the things about them is the artwork. It's like a piece of art. It has, they have pictures and colors and everything like that, and you like that, or you could just get a black cabinet, and call it a day. But the artwork is definitely part of the machine. You want that intact. I didn't have a problem with it. I liked it. I think that they're good for little kids. I mean, I played it and I had fun with it. And I played it the best I could without the ball. Like I said, the ball was off on the top of the joystick, so I was kind of holding the little piece of metal. as best I could, playing Pac-Man, so it wasn't really comfortable. And so I'm thinking if I did buy one of these or somehow I got one of these, I probably would either upgrade the joystick or upgrade at least that little ball on the joystick. I don't know how long that joystick would last. From what I've seen is a lot of plastic parts or pieces. Joysticks are usually made out of metal and rubber. If you see a real joystick, it's made out of metal and rubber. I guess there's some plastic components, but I think that these joysticks, just from the way I was feeling it, I mean, it was okay. Like I said, you're paying $300. I guess if you had to buy a real Pac-Man machine, and I can't think of the last time I had a real Pac-Man machine or I bought one, it would probably be double that. You're looking probably to pay between, I guess, I don't know, $800 and maybe $1,000 for a Pac-Man machine that is working in good condition. Or like I said, you could build one yourself. If you really wanted to go the route and buy a cabinet and load it up with, a MAME, a Raspberry Pi, something like that. But they were fun to play. There were a lot of, if I got this as a Christmas present, Christmas morning I opened this up and I had this, I'd be happy with it. I play with it. I know what it is. I probably put it in like the corner of my room or, in my workshop or something, and it'd be there and I play it. And it's great for kids. I mean, it's the perfect size. If you have kids that are like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, this is the perfect size for them. It's a 4 foot tall game. I think it's right under 4 feet, but 4 feet. So it's the perfect height for, kids that are in like elementary school. You figure from 1st to 5th grade, it's a slam dunk. It's a score. For adults, it's a little bit different. You're either sitting down or you have to get a riser. I also felt that the riser, that's really not the same height as a arcade machine. I know it gives you like a foot extra, but it's still a couple of inches lower than what a normal arcade control panel would be. If I had one of these, if somehow I got one of these Arcade1Ups, I'd probably put it side by side next to a real, I drag out one of my Pac-Mans or something, and I would put it side by side and compare it with the riser on it. You need like a riser and like another 4 inches or 5 inches, so that riser should really be about 1.5 feet, not a foot. I think that I don't know. It's fun. Walmart had a lot of them. There was people buying them. They were full priced. I thought maybe I see some sort of price reduction, and there wasn't. But they were $2.99. People were buying them. Walmart seems to have the original type of games. Like they had the Centipede and the Pac-Man and all that. They didn't have any of those 12-in-1s. I seen the 12-in-1, but it was out of Kohl's. And so I think other stores may have the 12-in-1s, and I think Costco may have like a 12-in-1 as well. But they just had the 4. I'm a big fan of Centipede, and I love Miss Pac-Man. Those games are right up my alley, and I think if I bought those games, let's say I bought a Pac-Man and a Centipede, I'd probably put it right in my living room. That would be what I do. When I was younger and I was single, I had in my house, I would have like in my living room, I would have like a pinball machine or something. Now that I'm older, I can't do that. But with those little machines, I would definitely put it like in some some corner or somewhere. But they were fun. Listen, I would say go and play them. They're not bad. It seems like the people that do have them, from the videos I've watched, are happy with them. And the people that were playing them, I played it and it was fun. It was just that it was banged out. The paint was off. The ball was missing. That controller, when I was playing it, it was okay. But again, this was a Walmart. It was a 24-hour Walmart, and these things look like they're just on. I don't know if Walmart's turning them off or they're leaving them on all day. And people are playing them, and people are just one after another. And because they're on like a free play, meaning that because they're out there in the public and anybody can just go and grab them, there was some adult guy before me. He was, jerking the machine. I thought it was going to fall. It was on a pallet. Thought it was going to fall off a pallet. And some kids came by and they started, they didn't really know what it was almost. They were just taking the joystick and shaking it back and forth real fast. They almost didn't know how to play Pac-Man, but they just knew how to grab the joystick and they were just shaking, the hell out of it, the crap out of it. for no reason. And that's probably where the balls went. They probably unscrewed the balls and threw them down the aisle. They probably had more fun, throwing the top of the arcade ball back and forth. The Galaga, the button didn't feel. I don't know. There was something about that button that it was something I didn't like. Compared to the regular arcade Gallagher, I don't know. The button was. I would definitely have to switch that button out. I don't know if that's how the buttons are. And again, I don't know if that Gallagher button on that particular machine had a certain feel, because it's on all day and people just bashing it. There's people just coming up and banging the machine, and that's what people do. So. For a Christmas present, I think it would be cool if I woke up Christmas morning and that was under my tree. I'd definitely be excited about it, and I would definitely put it together and just hook it up and play it. If you have kids and you want to get them into retro gaming, and when I mean kids, I'm talking about young kids, elementary school kids, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, this is perfect for them, and they would probably love it, especially after you sat down and showed them how to play it. Because there was kids that were coming there and playing it, and they didn't know how to play it, so they'd run up to the machine, and they would just, jerk the joystick back and forth and were banging the buttons. And I guess it was the parents, the father, or somebody was showing the kid how to play, basically saying, you're controlling, you have to get away from the ghost, and the kid got into it and was playing it. And the kid had fun, it seemed like he was having a good time, and then he wanted to play again. And, that's how that goes. So I think that it's not a bad product. Someone gave me one. I would definitely take it as a gift, and I probably love it. If these dropped to $100, I would buy one. I don't know why. That's what I would feel comfortable pulling out of my pocket. I wouldn't mind, pulling a $100 bill out of my pocket and trading, swiping one for one of those. And I'd probably go with like a centipede before a pack. Actually, if it was $100, I'd probably buy a centipede and a Pac-Man and just, like I say, stick them in the corner of my workshop or my living room, my den, something like that, and I mess around with them. So that's it. Hope all is well. If you have anything to add, definitely add it. Any comments if you have one. And you've been experiencing them. Like I said, this was the first time I've played it. It's the only time I've played it. There's some people that have had these for a couple of months. I've seen some videos on YouTube of people that have had them for at least 2 months already, and they seem to still be playing them. They seem to be going okay. I know there's a 3-month warranty on this. So if you buy this, there's a 3-month warranty, I think, from the company itself. So any issues you have with this, the control panel, the joystick, that LCD screen, any of that stuff, basically after 3 months, if that screen goes or that joystick goes or something like that, you're kind of out of luck. So when you buy one of these, the first thing you have to do is call Arcade1Up and ask them for an overlay, like a plastic protector for your joystick. That's like the first thing you have to do. And then you have to check the LCD screen and make sure that that's running good, that there's no... Some people had issues with those screens, one thing or another. And there's some people that have have these machines that are absolutely perfect and everything is right with them. So I guess if you buy one, check it out, play with it. Usually what happens with games like this is you'll play with it for a week or 2 or a month, and then usually it becomes a clothes hanger. You're draping clothes over it. And usually that's what happens with a lot of big arcades too. People that I know that have gotten like big arcade machines that, that I've either sold them a machine or friends of mine, they have the game and they play it. And then after like a month or maybe 2 months, then it just becomes a place where, you're hanging up your laundry, you're throwing stuff on it, things of that nature. So, especially a pinball machine. Pinball machine becomes a thing that you throw your clothes on top of. And that's really it. But, again, go out. I guess Christmas is 2 weeks away. That's incredible. Christmas is 2 weeks away. I think a little bit less than 2 weeks. But, Walmart seems to have them out on display, or if you know somebody, play them before you buy them, or I guess buy it, hook it up, and if you don't like it, you can bring it right back to Walmart. Walmart's good like that. So if you buy one of these machines, You get it to your house. You put it together. You do your whole bit. You play it, and you just don't like it. You basically can bring it back to Walmart. You don't have to really. That could kind of be a trial. But that is it. Like and subscribe. I hope all is well. I don't know. Comment, share, all that good stuff. I hope you're doing well. Make some money. Oh my God, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. But God bless you. I hope you're doing good, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye bye.